Professionally, it's sort of the best year I've ever had. एक दो बार hospitalized हो गया था for exhaustion and stuff. The other film, it's a Hindi film. We're announcing it in December, so that's a good thing. संदीप सर की जिंदगी, उनके जो सोचने का तरीका है, मैंने वो अपनाने की कोशिश किया. But for any film, only he will know. And until the day before that, even the actor won't until he calls you.
Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Anita Britto, and today, for a very, very special conversation, I have Adivi Sesh with me. Hello, how are you?
What's up, Miss Anita?
All good. आप बताओ कैसा चल रहा है आपका?
I'm doing very well. Guys, for people who don't know, Anita is a dear friend, and I didn't know I was being interviewed by her, so it's a pleasant surprise.
I'm happy that after a year that we are doing this interview because exactly 1.5 years it's been. And in this 1.5 years, a lot of things happened with you. Especially if I begin by saying this, 2022 was a really, really good year for you. With two very good films in theaters, and we enjoyed, loved, it was appreciated. There was a lot of critical acclaim for both the films. So let me begin by asking you, how did that feel? And how did you see that year for yourself?
I think professionally, it's sort of the best year I've ever had. I would definitely think my filmography would be before major and after major in that sense. How
Right.
meaningful that is for me personally, let alone the audience. But at the same time, ये दो फिल्म बनाने में मैं इतना स्ट्रेस आउट हो गया था कि एक दो बार हॉस्पिटलाइज हो गया था फॉर एग्जॉशन एंड स्टफ.
Oh
So
God. Huh.
I think after that I really took a 6 month break to sort of rejuvenate.
Right.
And after these two films, I didn't know what kind of films I should do. So that process took some time as well.
Right.
But it's
And then
been
you did announce your next Budacharya 2. And
yeah.
again,
So
people are super, super excited for that.
yeah, G2 is we actually was supposed to start this week, but I said I had to go to the memorial for 26/11, so I said I couldn't do it. So we'll be starting in just a few days.
And
I'm
yeah, are you excited for that?
Yeah, I'm going to be shooting after a year, so I'm nervous. But it's a good nervous. It's like एक छोटा सा edge होता है जब film start होने वाला ना. So that edge, we're on that edge. And the other film, it's a Hindi film. We're announcing it in December, so that's a good thing.
And what is that? I would not like to know. What is it? You need to announce it here first with us.
जैसे हम ये conversation end करेंगे, मैं phone करके बताऊंगा आपको.
I'll be waiting for that call. But like you said, you see yourself like before major and after major. Major was how does that feel right now? Because major did play a big part in your life, and now that is going to continue for the
साल की
rest of your life.
सबको ये लगता है कि अभी 22 में फिल्म रिलीज हुई तो अब एक साल के बाद कैसा लग रहा है, पर मेरे लिए ये फीलिंग कि 5 साल की जर्नी है. मैं कल बहुत इमोशनल हो गया था बिकॉज मेरे फोन में वो गूगल का वो आता है ना मेमोरीज. तो वो 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23 का अंकल और अम्मा के साथ पूरा जो फोटोग्राफ्स हैं, it brought them all up as a
Yeah.
collage. तो हर साल वो मेमोरियल पे हम साथ में हैं. वो अभी कुछ महीने पहले बहन की शादी पे आए थे. So it's like it became this thing where I was like, it's not just a film. It became just an emotion. So कहीं ना कहीं संदीप सर की जिंदगी, उनके जो सोचने का तरीका है, मैंने वो अपनाने की कोशिश किया. बट that was for the film, and after that at some level I think there's some residue left just in terms of having empathy for people, uh, for realizing the value of family. जो उससे पहले मैं फिल्म सक्सेस ये वो सब के पीछे भाग रहा था, but I suddenly realized that just enjoying and talking to a friend is so much more beautiful. Holding an animal is so much beautiful. और ये सारी चीजें I think संदीप सर has taught me.
So there has been a change in you post the film. And how have you evolved after the film, if I may ask? As an actor, as a
एक तो फिटनेस बढ़ी.
sorry.
एक तो फिटनेस बहुत बढ़ी. क्योंकि if you look like a national security guard commando, a training officer, you need to be on top. You're teaching other people how to be commandos. So आप सोचो कि फिटनेस कितनी होनी चाहिए. But
Hmm.
uske alawa, I think it's very important to me that I make as many memories as I can with uncle and amma. If I go 2-3 weeks without talking, एक अंदर में एक थोड़ा सा हिचकिच होने लगता है कि you're not doing right, make the phone
Right.
call. If it's 2-3 months without seeing them, immediately अंदर से हिचकिच is like, no, you have to go and get your darshan, you have to go to Yelahanka and Bangalore and get your darshan. So it's become that. It's become family.
Right.
I think that's been the big change. I am now a family member to them, and they are family to me. We'll be at the candlelight vigil at the memorial. Um,
Right.
uh, and we, as always, at lunch we'll be sitting. Amma will tell me something about Sandeep sir that I didn't previously know. So it's kind of like this treasure thing, na? कि बार-बार नया-नया चीजें कुछ पता चल रहे हैं मुझे.
Yeah.
So, in fact, after we'd finished the film, Amma showed me a bunch of letters of his that we hadn't read before. We'd read hundreds of his letters, but there were other letters we hadn't
Hmm.
read. So, and I was like, अरे यार, इनमें से ये 2-3 भी चीजें भी अच्छे हैं. अगर ये पता चलता तो ये भी डाल लेते मूवी में. So it's always you're constantly finding out something new.
Hmm. You also mentioned that, it took some time for you to decide what next after Major. And that is also because Major was such a good film. And also, you had a lot of responsibility when you did that film. So now, have you become a little cautious in what you're taking up just because, you did Major, or were you always this cautious before signing up any film?
I think I always was. I remember my first big success as a lead actor was Kshanam, which was remade in Hindi as Bagi 2.
Hmm.
After Kshanam, I was offered about 50-55 films, जिनको मैंने no बोला था before I did
Wow.
Gudachari. Um, so I think I'm generally selective. I can't click 25 pictures of myself per day for social media. अगर मैंने एक हफ्ते में एक फोटो डाल दी बहुत बड़ी बात है. I think I think it's because everything feels so temporary. मुझे ना
Hmm.
ये जो दौड़ है, अभी बचपन में मुझे याद है कि माइस्पेस के पीछे भागते थे, फिर फेसबुक, फिर इंस्टाग्राम, अब स्नैपचैट हो गया, अब कुछ और हो जाएगा. आई जस्ट फील लाइक इट्स ऑल्सो टेम्पररी. मुझे परमानेंट मेमोरीज बनाने में ज्यादा फोकस रहता है. सो I want each film that I do to mean something. It doesn't have to be a meaningful film. It can be a silly comedy. But मेरे कहने का मतलब है वो experience मेरे लिए meaningful बनना चाहिए.
Yes.
किसी
But again, do you take pressure?
Oh
You're
yeah,
breaking up, sorry.
yeah, very much so. I think I'm constantly bettering myself and thinking about how to um, tell a story in a way or act in a way that I've not done before, and show something
Hmm.
new to the audience. Because see, Major for a Hindi space, Major is like a war film. Joe, you've seen
Right.
other war, seen Border, you've seen something. But for South India, there's very very few war films, and Major is the first war film.
Right.
So I'm constantly trying to do something new as well.
Right. So also, the expectation, not only your expectation from yourself, but the audience's expectations and, the way they want to see you is very different. But they all, I'm sure you must be reading fans some messages. Ki, why don't you do this role? Why don't you do that kind of a character? Anything that has been in your mind that you really want to try once at least, a character or a genre that you genuinely want to plan to,
ये
you know,
फैंस के मैसेज से
work on.
आजकल डर लगने लगा है बिकॉज सब तो चप्पल मारने मुझे बिकॉज देर लाइक G2 कब रिलीज हो रही है. सो एक तो उस चीज का
Yeah.
डर होता है. But we're just starting now, and it's so big, so that's one thing. But as far as genres, I think the one we're announcing in December, I can very safely say that it's a love story. So it'll be nice to
Yeah.
it'll be nice to do something that touches the hearts again, but from a love space.
But what is your dream character that you really want to try? Do you have
Uh,
any dream character?
yeah, I think one of them obviously was Sandeep sir, and I think Karan in the Mahabharat is a very important figure that I'd like to attempt. Um,
Hmm.
and hopefully, uh, I actually I'd read about this one person who was India's first Air Force pilot.
Ah,
Interesting, and he's a Telugu man, and
okay.
interesting story. So I kind of I don't know, because आजकल इतने सारे Air Force movies बन रही हैं, तो maybe not, but maybe in a few years down the line.
Karan is an interesting character, and also Rajamouli is working on Mahabharat. Recently, when I was speaking to Nani also, and he said he would be really good in if he could get a chance to play Arjun in Mahabharat, SS Rajamouli's Mahabharat. Karan, that would be great. Did you by any chance have a conversation with him, or because you have worked with Rajamouli Garu? So anything?
Who Rajmouli sir wants to work with for any film, only he will know. And until the day before that, even the actor won't until he calls you.
Is it?
वो हाँ, वो डिस्कशन वो बहुत ही आप कभी नोटिस करेंगे, राजमौली से बहुत क्वाइट होता है, एंड ही ओनली स्पीक व्हाट इज नेसेसरी. सो
Hmm.
भी डिनर्स और पार्टीज में भी ऐसा हो जाता है, हम दो शब्द बात करते हैं, सर एक लाइन में जवाब देंगे, एंड देन यू आर लाइक
Now what?
so
Yeah, I've noticed that.
level where he only speaks when necessary.
I've noticed that. And because when he comes here also, there's a conversation, he'll speak and then he's done. Then we
Yeah.
have to wonder, no, what next? What else are we
Like,
going to talk to him?
आपको
Let's
पता
see.
चलता है कि आप कॉन्वर्जेशन को कैरी करो.
Yeah, that is on our shoulder. He will do
Yeah.
his work of giving you the answer. That is true. When are you starting the Hindi film? When are you starting the shoot for that?
So good thing
Is
is
it?
the way G2 has been written. It's written for a I would say a universal sensibility, not just an Indian sensibility. So
Hmm.
it'll be. I'm so glad we're going to be releasing it in Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, and Kannada, and also dubbing it into a couple of European languages. Um,
Wow.
the other Hindi film should also. I'll be shooting on and off for both films, because यार G2 का आप सोचो ना, एक देश में शूट किया, फिर दूसरे देश के परमिशंस मिलने में 1-1.5 महीने लगते हैं. So
Hmm.
I'll have big gaps in schedules of G2. So I'll
Right.
be the other film during that time.
So this look of yours is for for G2? Is
मुझे
it?
मेकअप हो रहा है, I can't.
Yeah, you can do that. You can.
Anita,
Don't do that.
funny zooming like
Don't do that. But do you have a particular fitness that you have to follow for the film?
I do. I do. I think you need him to be effortlessly sleek as a spy. So effortlessly. मतलब इसका मतलब
Hmm.
ये बिल्कुल नहीं है कि आप सनग्लासेस पहन के स्लो मोशन में चलो. लाइक उसका पोलर ऑपोजिट रहना चाहिए, कि बहुत नॉर्मल चीजें कर रहा है, बट द वे ही मूव्स, ही नीड्स टू मूव like a panther.
Yeah,
He can't move. He can't, or even he can't move like an army man. He shouldn't move tagda. He should move sleek. So it's a very
yeah.
different in terms of body language.
So how much have you done your workshop and preparation? You're going to the gym. What's your regime like right now? Because it's
Yeah,
just a week now since before you start the shoot.
ये करते करते I injured myself actually recently. Like just pushing hard. I'm the strongest I've ever been. Um, I can lift crazy, but I'm also very all natural. I don't believe in chemicals and steroids. And बहुत मुश्किल से मैंने वे प्रोटीन पीना शुरू किया, वो भी मेरे लिए साइकोलॉजिकली प्रॉब्लमेटिक था. So, um, and I'm vegetarian, so it's not easy,
Yeah.
but I'm getting stuff done.
So did you have to put on weight or lose weight for the particular role? And if yes, how many kilos?
Getting into major shape helped, because you have to just largely be slightly different from that, but you fitness wise you don't need to be too different.
Yeah. Nice. But so now this year you have taken a small break. What were you doing in this full year? And it's your birthday next month. What are your
Yeah,
plans for your birthday as well?
well, that's when the other film's being announced. so
Oh,
so
nice.
I was writing G2, and I bought a home in Goa. um, बहन की शादी करोगी,
Nice.
so I think, yeah, these were happening.
So just you wrote just G2 or you wrote something else also? Because you are a writer yourself. Any other
I
scripts that you have come in your mind?
it's not fully. Yeah.
What?
Once it once it's fully there, I will tell you the other one as well. नहीं मतलब डिसअपॉइंट नहीं करना है ना, मतलब आप बोलोगे यार मेजर देख के मैं आई लाइक योर वर्क सो मच, अब ये क्या हो गया है, ये तो माइनर हो गया, यू नो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए.
After Major, you came with Hit, which was really good. And now, though, I know it is just going to go upper, upper. It's not going to come down. Itna to I know you, and
That's
I
another
have
thing I'm
faith
looking
in you.
to, you know, I think whenever Sailesh and Nani get the time, Hit 3, Nani is the lead, and I'll probably be doing a small appearance in that. So looking forward to
Oh,
Hit 3 as well.
wow. When is that going on floor?
I have no idea, that you have to ask both of them.
But how is your equation? How has your relationship has been with Nani? And his film is also coming next month. How is he as a person?
It's all hard, man. It's all hard. You know, back when I was up and coming, he launched my trailers for G1. In fact, he launched the trailer. So I think the support he's given me and the kind of advice and the kind of guidance he's given me, you know, it's so good to, um, you know, to me, he's big brother. Um, Sailesh, though, you know, the director, he's a cool cat. मतलब वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया से आ गया, सबको कन्विंस कर लेता है, किसी से भी काम करवा लेगा वो. So he's very cool. He's very
No.
cool. Lovely
But
friendships.
apart from that's sweet. That is all you need in this industry. You need friends like this who are like family, basically.
हाँ, क्योंकि इंडस्ट्री में रिलेशनशिप्स इतने टेम्पररी हैं, बट I've been lucky the last few years, ज़्यादा झगड़े नहीं हुए किसी के साथ, so it's all good.
You're a sweet person. कोई झगड़ा नहीं करता आपके साथ. I think so. But tell me one thing. आपने कभी डायरेक्शन का नहीं सोचा है when if any plans
So
of directing a film or so?
I feel I'm a bad director, um, a
Why
decent
do you?
good actor, and a terrific writer. So that's what I believe. So तो मुझे लगता है कि you'll not see me directing anytime soon. कभी कभी ख्याल आता है, बट सी डायरेक्शन इज नॉट अबाउट जस्ट कि यार अपने शॉट लगाई कि नहीं. इट्स अबाउट यू हैव टू हैव द टेम्परमेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि यार 24-25 लोगों से आप कैसे उनका टैलेंट में से आप कुछ खींचोगे, कुछ उगलवाओगे. यू नो दैट आई डोंट हैव द पेशेंस. आई रादर थिंक अबाउट माय कैरेक्टर एंड फील एंड परफॉर्म.
Right. This is your second Hindi film. Who? But अगर आपको एक chance मिले, who would you really like to collaborate next with from Bollywood?
You know, obviously, I mean, the standard answer, but you know, I genuinely love Alia Bhatt's work, and not for the films we would generally say, but for films like Highway, I thought she was fantastic. That was just her second film at the time, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I remember, you know, what her performance, that scene in the climax, how it made me feel. Um, Also, there was this small YouTube short video I'd seen of Shraddha Kapoor doing different accents. मतलब वो different French accent के साथ बात कर रही थी, Italian accent.
Yeah.
I was like, bloody hell, यार ये लड़की इतनी talented है. So you know, she's somebody I look forward to working with.
Right. And in actor, if it is a multi-starrer, who would that be?
You know, maybe you know, when Major was coming out, a lot of people asked us if you know, if it was like another version of Sher Shah, and I remember saying, ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं है, because वो दोनों अलग अलग टाइम में कारगिल वॉर में थे. You know, कैप्टन बत्रा और मिस्टर संदीप, क्यों ना उनके एक्टर्स रियल लाइफ में कोलैबोरेट करें.
Well, okay. You're going to enjoy your birthday, and we are going to see you very, very soon in all the films that you have just spoken about. And we're looking forward to that announcement as well in December.
Thank you.
On that note, thank you so much and all the very best. And please take care of yourself. Don't get injured a lot.
This time I'm okay. And you take care of your health too.